Your question was, as shown here, why is it negative I? Doesn't the I do that already? I'm not exactly sure I'm understanding what you mean, but this question is not quadratic, but quadratic in form. That is, if I look at this, it has not an exponent of 2 as its highest exponent, but rather an exponent of 4. So it is not quadratic, but it is quadratic in its form because the highest exponent is exactly twice the next exponent. So we can use substitution and rewrite this so that we can see that it is quadratic in form. The other thing to understand is that because the highest exponent is 4, there will be 4 solutions when we allow for imaginary solutions. So I could make the following substitution. And as is typical, so I'm going to let u equal x squared, because then u squared is equal to x to the 4th. So my original equation would now become u squared plus 20u plus 64 equals 0. And now you can solve this by any method you like for the quadratic formula. I believe this factors, or remember you can use the quadratic formula, but I'm going to see if I can't factor this because I think it factors as u plus 4 times u plus 16. So solving for u, I would have u is equal to -4 or u is equal to -16. However, we weren't trying to solve for u, we want to solve for x. So I have to back substitute what u was. So I am going to do that over here. And because u was x squared equals -4, or x squared equals -16. And now I have to take the square root of both sides, remembering to take and get the plus or minus. So I would have x is equal to the positive or negative square root of -4. And also x is equal to the positive or negative square root of -16. Remember, what we're doing at the step right here is we are taking the square root of both sides. So notice, therefore, we end up with 2 solutions. For this one, I get plus or minus 2i. And over here, I get x equals plus or minus 4i. So we end up with 4 solutions, 2i, -2i, 4i, -4i. So I hope this video helps some. I'm not quite sure exactly what your question is, but the I is involved because we have it's a square root of a negative number. We still have to use the square root property at this point right here, and therefore that's why we get both a plus and a minus 2i and a plus and minus 4i.